Hello and welcome back to Crypto Saving Expert, the show where we discuss the latest cryptocurrency news and introduce you to the pioneers and the founders of the space. Today, I'm very kindly joined by Simon from Solana Identity again. Simon, this must be the third time I think you've joined me on a live stream. Thanks for coming, bro.
GM, and then all that within like 2 weeks or something, or maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But
Well, to be honest, Simon, you guys are really grafting. You're really hustling right now. You're coming up to some big milestones for the company as well. I'm super excited for you. I know our community are interested in what's going on as well. We do have some announcements to say later on, but I think we'll get to that with the juicy bits, perhaps to the latter stage of today's live stream. But guys, as always, if you have any questions for myself, for Simon, regarding Solana Identity, make sure to put them in the comments, guys, as we go through things. How we're going to run it today, we're going to have a look at the markets, have a look at the price of Bitcoin, price of Solana, etc. We're going to do a live trade because last time I was with Simon and we did a live trade. I made $100. So I think Simon is probably my good luck charm. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to talk about Solana Identity, guys. Let me just have a look at a few of the comments. We've got John here. Good morning. We've got Randy. GM, Spurred, Coffee's good this morning and ready for the bull market to get going. We've got Jason coming down from Australia as well. Good evening. Yeah. I'm in Bali now for CoinFest. And Simon, you in the Philippines still?
Yep, I'm still in Manila right now. Last day in Manila.
Brilliant. Manila, nice. And we've got Stuart. Stuart's an OG. Stuart, good to see you, my man. And we've got Bruce here as well, another Aussie. So we've got a lot of people from the Eastern Hemisphere right now. But Simon, let's get into it. I know you've been super busy with your own project, but have you been looking at the markets? I guess you've got to when you're in crypto.
Of course, man. I'm curious about your opinion on everything, but I mean, like the past 7 days have been fucking boring, honestly. Like, which is good because I had other stuff to do, so I didn't really trade anything. But I did open along when Solana was below 140, somewhere in the 136-ish. You know, when we had this like small dip. And now I'm just waiting it out. I didn't close anything, even though we kind of climbed up until 148 or something. Let's see how high we can go. It's like a mini pump, honestly. And even talking about it, it feels insignificant because right now it goes, it's very choppy at this moment.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest mistake you can make right now is to close your trades too early and to keep your liquidation limits too tight. So do less leverage and keep them running, and start low. And that's what I do right now, and I think it works pretty well. So I'm in plus. I'm just going to hang in there and wait.
Yeah, I think you're totally right. I think a few of my trades recently, it was because I was putting tight stops. And like you mentioned, it's a choppy market right now, which we're going through. And you've got to play to the game, really. Let's have a quick look at the gainers of the last 24 hours as well. Let's go top 100 there. We've got Aave. Aave's up 33% in 7 days.
Where's that coming
from? Yeah, I can also see some exchange tokens here, Huobi, BinaryX, etc. We've got Tron. I'm not sure if you've seen the hype with Tron, but it's been, you're a Solana man, so I imagine that you kind of stay away from Tron because Tron is kind of seen as a direct competitor to a lot of people. Very big in India, very big in China, I believe, as well, Tron. But I keep seeing more and more of Tron on my timeline. Simon, have you seen much or interacted with Tron before?
Actually, very little. Like I use it sometimes for payments because it's easy, and some people they just prefer to use Tron, but only out of exchange accounts. Like when you off-ramp your money on off-ramp, but when you send to an exchange account, many times I use Tron for that. But I don't know. Like for me, it is an interesting project. It ticks some boxes. It has a use case, which is great. It has utility, which is great. That's what we're looking for. So that's what I'm definitely not hating on Tron, but it has for me as a crypto founder as well, and as a builder in an ecosystem. For me, Tron has no soul. It has no. Yeah. There's no USP about it that makes it special in terms of the branding. I think that's lacking.
And what do you make of Justin Sun?
I mean, he's a character, but very controversial, and I think that's part of the game. He did some fuck ups, in between, I think, and I've heard some, we've all heard some stories about him. But I think eventually, I think he's a pioneer. I think he's on an interesting path as well. Again, I'm not hating on him. I think he's I think he's doing a good job, even though he's controversial. But I personally like controversial figures anyway. So
Yes. No, I agree. We need controversial figures in the space. It's what gets people talking. It's what gets people moving. Let's have a look at the losers here as well. Portal, yeah, that's back down bad for the 7 days. BitDAO, exchange token, Litecoin, yeah, and then it's just stables, guys. So actually, a nice day on the 24-hour. Before we get too into it, let's have a look at Solana. Let's put our live trade on. I should have taken this now. I think if we're looking at, if I pull up Trading View as well, on Stonksy, it actually called short here. So perhaps I go short. I'm going to go short. Don't hate me, all the Solana maxis. Simon, don't look at me wrong. But I'm going to go short on this one, guys. Just for a quick, 5-minute to 10-minute trade. Let's lock that in and let's catch up with that. Simon was my good luck charm, guys, on the last stream. So fingers crossed we'll be in a nice profit. And I can
that was a long.
That was a long, right? That was
I don't know if I'm a good luck guy when you shot him.
Yeah. And also, guys, I had an issue today. I was going to send out the newsletter, which you guys receive every Tuesday at 11 o'clock, bang on the dot, without fail. But unfortunately, Beehive locked me out. So I think we can go through a bit of the market analysis that we put together through this, because Beehive have still locked me out of my account and I can't put the newsletter out, guys. So I do apologize. This is the first Tuesday we've missed in 106 weeks, and that was not my issue. It was Beehive's. So if anyone works with Beehive, let them know. Let's have a quick look at this, Simon. Let's go through it. We'll have a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and also Solana. We do a Solana analysis on here. So Bitcoin is attempting to break above 61,000 again, which could ignite much bullish momentum in the price. So if we look at the Bitcoin outlook, if Bitcoin reclaims the range, the 64K to 65K region would likely act as the first stop. However, if Bitcoin fails to break above, it could continue to range where it has been, with the potential of another downside drop remaining. Bitcoin is still pressing the previous high time frame range low from the underside, which is acting as resistance. So yeah, basically, we've been saying this all week. If Bitcoin breaks the levels, yeah, it opens the door. If it doesn't, there's a potential to downside. However, it's probably going to keep ranging for now. And if we look at Stonksy, it says, Stonksy caught the whole move up before it happened. From here, from that point, Stonksy indicated strong momentum alongside the Bitcoin rise, perfectly demonstrating the indicator's capabilities. Keep an eye on Stonksy, guys. I've been trading with it recently. It's been good. Let's come down to Ethereum. What do you think of Ethereum, Simon? It's been struggling with its dominance to Bitcoin for the last year, really. When do you think, or if do you think we see that completely flip, and we see Ethereum and other altcoins regain some dominance?
Yeah, I think it's going to happen, honestly. Like, we've seen it so many times before that a particular token has been doing nothing for like a long time and just sideways moving. And Ethereum is in there right now. Like, it's been kind of dead for a while. Not really making any big moves by Solana or Bitcoin or even other coins, like really outperformed Ethereum. But the overall, I mean, if you look at the, let's call them fundamentals, it's still bullish, right? Like, the market cap is still the second largest cryptocurrency after Bitcoin when it comes to especially to smart contract based platforms. It's the leader of the pack. You have a lot of dev activity. You have all the L2s popping up, and they all need Ethereum as a settlement layer. So the demand for the block space is there. Like the Ethereum business model, if you want to say so, like selling block space for network security, it works. And then with the ETF now and new investors also looking at the asset, I think it will be very interesting to see in a bull market how Ethereum reacts, and if it could potentially from the dip now outperform the other assets. So yeah, I don't sell my positions. Like I hold them in the long term. On my ledger, and wait it out, honestly.
And forget about them.
Yeah.
And let's have a look at Solana. So Solana must reclaim the $160 level to open the door to 190. From there, a break above could see a rally to all-time highs begin. what do you think, Simon? I think if we do head up to 190, I think above 200 is inevitable at this stage in the cycle.
Yeah, definitely. I think so too. Like, and we tried it before, like a couple of weeks or months ago, right? We already hit the above 200, and we tried. I think we need to, touch that one again, see where the overall market goes, and we're going to break through. So again, Solana as well. I would accumulate my longs, hold them with long stops, and then just wait them out.
And we can see here, a support level of 140. And you mentioned earlier in the stream that's been your buying range recently as well, right? When it hits that 140, we're looking to buy.
Yeah. It's a very strong support right now. There's a lot of sideways movement around the 140. So honestly, like I start opening longs around that area right now. And only when we break below 140 and we go around 130 or lower, I start to accumulate spot positions as well, like down there. So that's currently the strategy.
And just some important dates for you guys as well. We'll just run through these. We've got the FOMC minutes. We've got the S&P Global Manufacturing PMI on Thursday. And then we've got Jerome Powell is speaking on Friday as well. So that's a late one for me, but I always like trading when Jerome Powell speaks because it's always volatile. There's always something going down. It says here that the Federal Reserve Chairman, Jerome Powell, speaks about the U.S. economic outlook of the Jackson Hole Economic Policy Symposium in Wyoming. Symposium? I'm not sure. Maybe that's a spelling, but interesting one there. So let's head over to one news story which I wanted to cover before we start discussing Solana identity and the announcements coming as well. And let me just share this tab with you guys. So is meme coin summer coming to an end? A recent newsletter by Masari believes that the end of the meme coin mania may be upon us amid widespread online criticism of the sector. So the newsletter it said, describe meme coins as the most extractive crypto phenomenon since the 2017 ICO boom. They acknowledged that speculative bubbles have always existed in crypto, but argued that previous trends left behind some lasting value. They said during DeFi summer, projects like Uniswap Labs launched protocols that provided real utility to the crypto economy. Even after the speculative frenzy died down, these tokens retained value because they were connected to functioning valuable services. With this, with meme coin, will the meme coin summer end? I think it may, because I think these altcoins that are building, like Solana Identity and like these other projects, I think they're going to be, going to start rolling out. People will see the utility, see the functionality, and perhaps, the dominance will go from Bitcoin and meme coins, and then it will, channel into altcoins and projects with actual utility. I know you've been playing around and investing in meme coins for the last few months. Similar to myself, while the rest of the market ranges, we dabble in the meme coin world. But what's your opinion on this, Simon?
There's a lot we can learn from meme coin projects. I think especially the like on the marketing side of things, because you're literally building a brand and you're selling the brand for value. There's nothing else than a brand what you're selling, right? So you transport some values, you transport some principles that you believe in as a project, and if that resonates with the community, they will flock in. And then there's some fundamentals that people look at, right? They do their basic analysis of the 10% holdings and how much is locked in terms of liquidity, like all the fundamental meme coin data. That's cool. But I think the biggest learning we can take is really how to build crypto brands that resonate with people and communities, and then really make them flock into a project. Like even us as a utility project that has a really long-term vision and is trying to fundamentally change things in the internet, we can learn a lot from meme coins in terms of how to build a brand. And that's something that we can take away from all this meme coin mania. But eventually, I think it's just the bullshit is piling up right now around new coins. Too much rug pulls, too many pump.fun fails. We always lowered our expectations from, I only go into meme coins that have a market cap higher than 10 million, for example. Then now it's like higher than 50K market cap. Like it went all the way down to like super small meme coins, and people started to look for the super small meme coin gems. and obviously you have a very high fallout rate amongst them. So I think just it's too much bullshit that's piling up, and that leads to too much negative sentiment, and that could be one of the reasons why it slowly comes to an end. But we will have some meme coin, some big meme coins surviving all this as well.
Yeah, they're gonna stick through. You're gonna see a lot of meme coins still in the top 100, I believe, throughout this cycle. But perhaps it will be the ones that don't lack the substance that a lot of these ones that come through pump.com, etc. So, and like Simon said, there's a lot of lessons to be learned through branding, marketing, community, all of that as well, which you can put into altcoins, and it will be successful. But yeah, let's head over to Solana identity. Here we go. We've got the website here, and let me just pull up. So Simon, we've got the Swissborg Alpha deal. If you could give some more information, how can people get their hands on it? What are the time frames? When will it be available? And what are the limits? Do they have to act quick?
Yeah, definitely. So just to give some context, the leading ID layer of Solana, Solana identity or Solana ID, how we call it, is right now entering the Swissborg Alpha deal. What is that? Swissborg is an exchange based in Europe who are having basically exclusive deals. Actually, you can pull up swissborg.com, and just head over to their invest section and then click on Alpha deals. And you will see the Solana ID product page already there. So you can pull that up. And on Swissborg, the Alpha Deal Vault will allow people to invest into Solana ID and buy solid tokens before they even launch on any kind of launchpad. So that means you're literally coming in before the IDO, right? So what we're doing is selling the token at the seed valuation to the community. So not only to private investors. If you go to Alpha, left corner, and then you scroll down a bit, and you'll see the Solana ID page as well right there. So
there we go.
There. Yeah. So you can click on it. Maybe I'm interested. I think it will open up the. Yeah, here you go. So
I'm just going to put the link in the comments as well, guys. So if you want to check it out while we're talking about it, have a look.
Exactly. So you have all the infos here. Swissborg even wrote an investment thesis about Solana ID. I think it's linked somewhere lower on the page. You can pull that up as well. Like if people want to check it out, the investment thesis. Yeah. So there's a lot of material you can find, and it's a really good deal because we're selling at a 15 million FTV on Swissborg, which is our seed valuation, compared to 20 million FTV at Launchpad at public, which will happen soon after, right? So it's already a good deal.
Yeah.
There's one more kind of advantage if you go through Swissborg. We're gonna have a Zini vault, so you can go back to our homepage if you want, to Solana ID, and you can click on
let's go
community and check if you can find the Zini link somewhere.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And on our Zini page, you can find the Solana ID Swissborg Zini quest. Why is that important? If you finalize your Zini quest, it's really straightforward. It's like a few quests only. If you do that, you will be eligible to invest through the quest vault on Swissborg. That means once you finalize the Zini quest, you just need to click through it. At the top bar, there's the Swissborg early deal. So if you click on that one, then basically the Swissborg deal quest comes up, and people go through the Swissborg quest, and then they will be whitelisted inside of the Swissborg application as an investor into the vault, and then you guys can invest smaller tickets. I think it's $50 to $100 maximum in this quest vault, and you can buy solid tokens on Swissborg if you whitelisted after going through that quest, basically. The vault will open on the 28th of August, so you should go through the quest until then. So you still have a week, more than a week time for that. And then maybe one more little addition. We're going to airdrop 10% of your investment also in solid tokens at TGE, around TGE, to the investor. That's just a little perk that we give for Swissborg investors.
Nice.
So the valuation is even a bit better than 50 mil if you invest in this work. And then there's also next to this to the Quest vault, there's a VIP vault. That is a bit more complicated to get in there. I don't have a instruction sheet for you here. You need to find a way how to get in the VIP vault. So everyone who's interested to invest more than $50 to $100 and maybe get an even better valuation, then you guys can just reach out to me directly on Twitter, on Telegram, wherever. Ask me for the VIP vault, and I might be able to whitelist you in there. Or maybe a little nugget as well. If you are a follower of TMG since a while, and you signed up to Swissborg with the TMG referral link back in the days, then you will be automatically whitelisted for the VIP vault as well. That's just a nice gimmick that we're giving to the TMG community.
Oh, brilliant. And you mentioned there, Simon, if people are wanting some more information to reach out to you, I have put your Twitter in the banner going across there, guys. So make sure to follow Simon, make sure to follow Solana Identity, and the website information is in the description below, guys, as well. So go check it out. And likewise, if you're in the CSE community and you want to find out more about Solana ID, come to myself. I can put you in touch with the right people and discuss what was mentioned here as well. I think, Simon, I would love to have you on before TGE, before the 28th.
For that as well.
So I think I know you're super busy, but it'd be good to have you on again then as well. But guys, go check out the Zealy quests. Go check out Solana Identity. Make sure to go give them a follow. But yeah, brilliant, Simon. Thanks for coming on today. Is there anything else you want to go through, perhaps?
All good for now, Spot. I think we covered everything. Let's do another round next week. We can check in for a quick one. And yeah, guys, just check our socials. We're super active right now on Twitter, keeping everyone updated. And yeah, also shout out to you, Spot. I think you do a great job on those streams here, keeping the community engaged all the time. So I really like that stuff.
Thanks, Simon, man. It's a pleasure having you on. And let's run it back next week. Guys, honestly, go check out Solana ID. While the rest of the market's boring, this is the only project which has got my full attention right now, guys. So go check it out. But yeah, awesome, guys. I will see you tomorrow. We do have a community AMA in CSE Plus Discord. So if you want to join that and hear what we talk about behind closed doors, please join that. Description also in the details below, guys. I am away Thursday and Friday. I will be at CoinFest in Bali. If you're in Bali going to CoinFest, hit me up, guys. I will be there, but I don't believe I'll be streaming unless I do a stream there. Maybe I'll find a guest. But once again, Simon, pleasure having you on. And we'll run it back next week.
Awesome. See you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.